The next test only took me 5 years to figure out. I saw it happening, but I couldn't understand what was taking place. And as you will see, it's a very important test once you recognize it. You know, I've had young doctors say to me, gee, I can't help a patient anymore. I don't seem to be getting good results. And the answer to that is you're not aware of what you can find, so therefore you're not even looking for the things that could help a patient. See, 80% of people get well if you do a basic scan protocol. But what about the other 20%? That makes the difference between the professional that's had a lot of experience and so forth. So this test is called a falling away fifth lumbar test. And it goes like this. I start down here with the basic scan protocol. We go through the basic scan protocol and we find out that the patient has, in this case, a right pelvic deficiency. And he lengthens. And so nothing unusual. That's a basic scan protocol. What takes place now is we go ahead and find out where the problem is, and we do our normal tests. We test the ilium, and we test the other ilium. And here we have a posterior inferior ilium. Now we go through and adjust the 3-point pattern on the posterior ilium. And you all know that. Now here's where the difference came. We'd bring them back up to position number 2, looking for them to be level. And the patient would drop out and they would go short in position number 2 without doing any isolation test. I call that the fall away fifth lumbar. What takes place is it's a chronic fifth lumbar, and it's rotated to the side opposite pelvic deficiency, which is absolutely wrong in all body mechanics. It should be rotated toward the side. So what we think it is we think it's been trying to fight that for a long time, and therefore it has moved, or it got muscle tone that has taken place on the opposite side. So we make our contact on the mammillary process of the fifth lumbar on the side opposite pelvic deficiency. Now let me review that again. The patient comes in, they have a right short leg, and we take them up to position number 2 and they lengthen. So therefore we go through basic scan protocol, and in his case we found out he had an inferior ilium. We pressure tested it, balanced him down here. So then what we did after we pressure tested and balanced them, we made our correction. We take the legs in, they're even in 1, we take them to 2, and they go short in position number 2. That's a fifth lumbar on the side opposite pelvic deficiency. So we go to the mammillary process on the side opposite pelvic deficiency and make our line of drive anterior and superior. That's called fall away fifth lumbar. If you question the patient, you'll find out that they have had a back problem for years and years and years. It's a very chronic. So I just want you to be aware of that, so that when a patient comes in and you find that, you'll know that this is somebody that's had a chronic. Well, let's just back up a step. If that leg would have gone short and gone shorter in position number 2, that would have been an L4 on the opposite side. That's not big news to you, because that's what? That's the chronic patient. But here's the unusual one. When they come in, they lengthen, you correct an ilium, you put them back down without doing any isolation test. You take them up and they go short. The falling away fifth lumbar, that's a chronic fifth lumbar subluxated on the side opposite pelvic deficiency.